It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Indianapolis as the Pacers go up against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia, they won their last matchup, that game against Brooklyn. In comparison to where they were record-wise at this point last season, it seems they've taken a step backwards. They're trying to make up that ground. And the 76ers over the past few years undergoing perhaps the most drastic rebuild we've seen in a while. But Kenny, through it all, many fans were surprisingly supportive.
Yes. Well, the Sixers had been struck with mediocrity, but the fans respected that from the front office, and they're willing to risk everything to turn it around.
The fans were tired of short-sighted moves. They were happy for once to see a long-term plan. Embiid, Simmons, Fultz, all the result of TTP.
Trusting the process. Yeah, and now we're into the process of tossing to Kevin Harlan. Easier to trust that.
It's the Pacers in Indianapolis as we bring you an Eastern Conference contest. It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. Chris Webber's joining us at the broadcast table alongside Greg Anthony and David Aldridge on the sideline. This is Kevin Harlan. Taking a look at Philadelphia. Well, guys, at this point, while still many things can change, their record is not on par with their performance last year. Maybe a cause for concern, but something they are well aware of.
And right now for the 76ers, they had the kind of hot and cold start that we've kind of come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of a breakout season.
They do look like they're the same kind of team they were last year. Good, but not special.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Guys, Joel Embiid is listed at 7 feet, but at player introductions, they say 7'2" center, Joel Embiid. Now, Brett Brown says when you stand next to him, you understand the difference between 7 feet and 7'2". He's a big man, Kevin.
He is tremendous size and skill to match, TA. Thanks. Chris, I don't know if we can call it unexpected, but a couple highly regarded rookies have struggled so far to begin the year right out of the gate.
You have to learn your way in here. Just because you were great on one level does not guarantee you success at this level. And that's why you have to come in with a great work ethic and an open ear and a heart that's really trying to understand the concepts of the game. It's a huge adjustment going from college to the pros. You think about it, you're playing against guys that are stronger, guys that have more of a mental advantage because they've been through the situation that you're going through the first time over and over and over. The game is much faster, players are much better, and the thing I think is usually the biggest kind of separator of levels is that your athletic ability no longer means anything. Very rarely do you come from college being the best athlete and now the best athlete in the NBA. So many different levels, and you just hope that guys don't get caught in the struggle, but understand that the struggle for any player is part of the game, part of the transition from college to the pros.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Chandler and Embiid are together down low. Simmons runs the show with Redick at the 2, and it's Butler in at the small forward. Feeds to Oladipo. Indiana moving it around. Shots good by Turner.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
Pass to Simmons. Over Holiday. No good from Simmons. Oladipo with the ball. Now guarded by Redick. Butler with the steal. Back to Redick. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
There is the all-around game of Butler. A nice assist to cash in on that possession.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Pacers. about a minute and a half through the first quarter. Here's Oladipo. That one off the back iron and out. The 76ers are gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And Redick kicks to Butler. Pass to Embiid. Redick inside the line. No good. Nice D from Oladipo. For Indiana, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Rebound by the 76ers. This their first chance this season playing the Pacers.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end. And you know what? He doesn't mind getting his hands dirty when it comes to really fighting on the backboard.
Yeah, Greg, and when he's this active early, it's a sign this could be one of those big games for him.
Now, here's Oladipo. 17 points for him last game against Houston.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
And Chris, you spent time here with the 76ers in your career and led them to a postseason run. How much does the city bond when that happens?
Well, I tell you what, I love my time in Philly. I mean, I was injured late in my career, and I got so much love. If you play hard, they'll give you love. If you play hard, they'll respect you. I mean, seeing that here with both the 76ers and their football team, how they go all out, how they give you that love, and their baseball team. I mean, they were 3rd in attendance, and fans don't get enough credit for their love of the team. Yeah, they could be cool at times, but when you win, they love you, and they go all out.
And just no question that Butler is a bona fide star. I mean, a tough, rugged defender who's also a juggernaut on offense.
And so Butler nails both of them. And so here is Indiana. They trail by 6. So timeout called here, the first for Indiana.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
Man, they straight up been getting smoked over the stretch. They really need to refocus here.
And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at Portland. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And right now for Philadelphia, they've started out slow. It's not for a lack of want to. It's just the way the roster is composed. They have as many questions on that roster as they have answers.
Now here's Turner. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Houston. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep 3-point range, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You take a look at the 76ers. They reside in the 7th slot right now in the early part of the season. And, of course, there's the Pacers. They're tied right now.
And I think for the 76ers, they had the kind of hot and cold start that we've kind of come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of a breakout season.
They do look like they're the same kind of team they were last year. Good, but not special.
Now here's Oladipo after Ben Simmons' miss. Trying to end the drought. And Embiid with the block.
Well, you got to be careful around Embiid. When he's around, he's capable of coming up with these blocks.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
Man, that just shows you can do everything right sometimes, but still get the wrong result.
Redick against Oladipo. Chandler throws it down.
Oh, man, you better appreciate the unselfishness. When Redick sees an open teammate, as great of a shooter as he is, he's fast at getting him the ball.
Holiday, the pass to Bogdanovich. Down low. The kick out to Oladipo. From deep. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And he can extend the lead to double digits.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And stolen by Simmons. And now the 76ers on the break. From 13, the shot by Redick, no good.
Well, I tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
There's no lack of aggression on his part. When he's got the chance to score, he'll take it.
Here's Simmons after the made shot from Victor Oladipo. Butler finds Embiid, and they pick up 2. Embiid's got his first 2 points of the night.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And now Philadelphia on the break. Simmons is running, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
You know, you watch Ben Simmons play, and it isn't a surprise, Chris, that he's a threat to go off for a triple-double every time he suits up.
Simmons is going to have a lot of triple-doubles in his career. Great size and a knack for the ball when it comes to rebounding.
On the free throw, no good. And Ben Simmons, who missed the first season in the NBA with an injury, boy, Greg, was he worth the wait.
And you knew he'd be a special kind of player after being taken first overall. But he is so unique in how great of a player he is. His ability to command attention on offense without having a great outside shot really is something you just don't see in today's NBA.
Two shots.
The free throw drops for Oladipo.
And you can feel that Oladipo was on the verge of a breakthrough, and boy, did he ever. Everything came together for him, and he is now not only an elite scorer, but an all-star. Can attack from any distance and has a variety of ways to hurt the defense.
Oladipo hits them both. And for Oladipo, Greg, there wasn't just one moment that gave him that push.
I mean, his development was less of having a eureka moment and more of everything just coming together. Has always had the strong athleticism, has refined his shot to make the most of it, and while it took him some time, he's now the player everyone hoped he'd be when he was a second overall pick. Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
Now a chance to see the NBA leaders in steals. Number 1, Jimmy Butler.
Defensively, his intensity just never drops. You match that up with his incredible timing, and you can see why he's atop the list.
On defense, the 76ers. And Oladipo kicks to Holiday. Five to shoot. Passes it to Oladipo. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. 7 points for Victor Oladipo.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Simmons inside, guarded by Holiday. Doesn't go that time. Pacers trail by 8, and there's the call on Chandler. That's his first foul. Evans, he's checked in for Indiana. That's tipped, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid.
Man, you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
Well, some of that, too, is just setting the tone by being aggressive. You need guys like this on your team.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. 14 points from him the last game against Houston.
And you just love that concentration level that Bogdanovich possesses. Even when the D's crowding him, he stays locked in on that cup.
Here's Chandler. 6-point game. Butler dishes to Chandler. Bogdanovich against Butler. Can't throw it down with one hand. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Superb focus from the veteran swingman. Evans is great at maintaining his concentration on the way up.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Miles Turner. Young comes in for Sabonis. Corey Joseph's checked in for Victor Oladipo. And it's Collison in for Bogdanovich. Amir Johnson's checked in for Philadelphia. T.J. McConnell comes in for J.J. Redick.
A problem inside. That's what he is. Once Simmons gets the ball in the positioning that he wants, he goes for the throwdown.
Now here's Joseph. D right on him. The offensive rebound.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Here's McConnell. Thaddeus Young picking up that last basket. Here's Simmons. Kicks it to Embiid. Johnson in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shots good from Butler.
Very steady in-between game there for Butler. You don't want to let him get too many of those.
Joseph, the pass to Evans. O'Quinn, high post. Johnson against Collison. Floats one up, and it's good on the layup.
Oh, and an astonishing pick-and-roll set by Collison. He sees the floor so well.
To the inside. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And stolen by Simmons. A shot by McConnell, no good.
Oh, sloppy finish. The D was giving him the layup. He just didn't stay with it.
Floats it up for Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
And Butler always looking to find that alley-oop. Just throw it his way, and he'll handle the rest.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. And yes, it's good.
Playing big, willing to go toe-to-toe against the guy who towers over him.
Well, it's just an attitude, a way of life. You can't let people see you back down, or they take it as a sign of weakness and expect that treatment every time.
Philadelphia with the ball, following the score by Indiana. Dishes to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. And slam dunk by Butler.
Well, you know what? I like Johnson's unselfishness, ready and willing to move it to the open man.
And here's Collison, who will bring it up for Indiana. It's a 5-point game.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3. You know, when you think of Darren Collison, I think of a smart point guard. It had 2 seasons playing understudy to Chris Paul in both New Orleans and L.A. Similar type of players who are very efficient and just gets the job done.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Muscala, he's checked in for Joel Embiid, and it's Korkmaz in for Ben Simmons. McConnell kicks to Muscala. Back to McConnell. He feeds it to Butler. Here's Johnson. Good defensive work there by Young. And with Collison, and Greg, how he plays when he's off the floor, you notice.
I mean, things just don't seem to run as smoothly when he's not at the helm. Finds that balance between creating for himself and others, selective with his shots, and truly a complete guard, even if he doesn't do a lot of those flashy things.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. You know, C-Web, every player wants to play in a system where what they do best is always highlighted. It brings out their strong points. What are some of the plays or actions that best suited your skills when you play?
One of the things that I needed was a great point guard. So whether it was Rod Strickland, whether it was Avery Johnson in Golden State, of course my man Jay Will, and that was guys that could get me the ball, that would trust, that would throw it up. Also, then that I could handle the ball, draw a double team, and get it out to them, and they could knock down the shot. Having a great shooter like Apasia would allow me to grab a double team and to look for him on the opposite side. So I needed teams that had great ball movement, that had players that could knock down the open shot, and then a team that could run would allow me to push the break or allow me to fill in the break and kind of do everything. Teams that would allow me to be positionless and not just be rigid or old in their ways and say we play old traditional basketball that doesn't allow anyone to flourish with what they've been working on in the offseason.
Here's Johnson after Tyreek Evans has scored. Good work there as it goes. And the 76ers lead by 2.
Oh, and a pretty good passer for a big man. Johnson does so many things well to help his team.
Joseph against Smith. Shot by Joseph, no good.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
They get a hand on it. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Here's Smith. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision making right here. You can't let them have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
Here's Joseph after the Sixers pick up 2. Here's Collison. Young with no one around. The shot's good. Collison making the play.
Oh, I love to see the selfishness from Collison. Really whips the ball over to the open man quickly.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And he wasn't going to get away with that one. Still in motion when he set that screen.
He even knew he wasn't in good position. He tried to slide himself into a better spot. The official wasn't having it.
Indiana's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. He kicks it to O'Quinn. And the pass to Joseph. 6 to shoot. Johnson against Collison. Here's Young. Johnson with the block.
Oh, the rim protection from Johnson. One more thing that makes him special.
The 76ers leading. Now, here's McConnell. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Muscala. Over O'Quinn. Muscala misses. Jimmy Butler has been on display for the Philadelphia 76ers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll return shortly. The trade deadline is approaching, and Jimmy Butler talked about how it feels hearing your name in trade rumors.
Rumors are different for everybody, to tell you the truth. For me, I don't think about it because whatever's going to happen is going to happen. You go out there and control what you can control. You know, try to help your team win games, play to the best of your abilities. And if it just so happens you get traded, then you got to suit up and play for the next team.
Staying level-headed and ready for whatever's next. That's Jimmy's mindset, Greg, in a nutshell.
And it's fair to say that the level of professionalism and maturity he possesses is really impressive.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
I mean, a solid first quarter, especially looking at that plus turnover ratio.
Yeah, aggressive on D, efficient on offense. They balled out to an early lead.
Young is the 4 with O'Quinn at the 5. Corey Joseph is out there with Collison, and it's Evans in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Had the space there, but it's offline.
Well, it's a confidence shaker when you can't hit a wide open 3 like that.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Friday, They'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Saturday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And for their matchup with the Magic, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
That free throw good from Korkmaz. See, Webb, a quick tactical question here. As a big, when you're defending the pick and roll, what are the things you're looking to do? How do you handle that?
Okay, I'm going to try to rapid pace this because this is what goes through your mind. What did coach say in shoot around? Wait a minute, who is this? Is this Steph Curry that can dribble, or is this Thompson that loves to take a step back? Or is it a player like Durant that loves to hit you with the step back? Or who's setting the pick? Is it a guy like Thompson that's going to slip? Or is it a guy like Dwight Howard that they could throw it up to? Is it Capella that may slip and go through and you still throw it up to and you can't get back? Who's communicating? Wow. Who's on my team in the corner? What shooter's in the corner? Because they can't leave the corner to come help. Do I hedge hard? Do I not hedge hard? Oh, no, this is the NBA. It's the greatest players in the world, and even if you do it right, they're going to score anyway. That's kind of what goes through.
That is something else. Young's shot is off. Philadelphia leading by 6. Smith the pass to Korkmaz. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And a chance to now check out the scoring distribution between the front court and the back court players tonight for Philadelphia.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
And he knocks down the first one.
And no secret here. This is what you need to do with the lead. Hit your free throws, and they're having a great second quarter at the line.
And Indiana making a change here. Holiday's checked in. Both good from the line that time.
And a great job from the line this quarter. They've gotten their percentage way up there.
Evans kicks to Joseph, and it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. Now that we have a moment, let's take a peek at the teams that are leading the league in blocks. The 76ers in second.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
Now here is Holiday. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That's foul number 2 for him. Some changes for Indiana. Turner comes in for Young, and it's Victor Oladipo in for Corey Joseph. And the Pacers with possession here. Trailing here by 8. The shot by Evans, nobody around. The 15-footer, good. Evans has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Very sharp from the mid-range. Evans is fantastic at cashing it in from these in-between areas.
But they recover it. Smith finds Johnson, and the slam dunk by Johnson.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. The dish now to Evans. Back to Oladipo. Shot clock at 6. And there's the feed to Turner. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Turner's got his 2nd basket of the night.
If you let him get that deep, this is what you can expect.
Yeah, well, with his toughness and skills in there, it's a rough problem to fix.
Johnson outside. Pass to Smith. He dishes it to Muscala. Evans with the steal. Inside, here's Oladipo, and finished off by Oladipo.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Okay, it could be. Take a great defensive play, follow it up with a big-time dunk. That'll always get a team fired up.
Shot clock at 6. Here's McConnell. He can't hit that time. Good D by Holiday. And stolen by McConnell. Johnson. Evans gets the rebound. Pacers trail by 4. His first shot coming late. The kick out to Holiday. O'Quinn in the post. He's covered by Muscala. Holiday inside the line. It's hauled in by the 76ers. They've led by as many as 11 points. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. McConnell passes to Muscala. Now Smith. Back to Muscala. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 3 assists tonight.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Brett Brown coached the Sixers team through some really lean years. Now, the promise started to show last season, but he said, I don't feel close to the notion that we've arrived. I'm hardened, just doing my job and moving forward. Kevin?
And continuing the process, D.A. thanks. Now, here's Bogdanovich. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. And Holiday kicks to Bogdanovich. Drains it from beyond the arc. Bogdanovich has got 5 now.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that guy when he's shooting it from deep. Bogdanovich looks good every time it leaves his hands.
Holiday against Simmons. Here's Embiid. Pacers with the rebound. Sabonis has got 4 rebounds in this game. And now Oladipo pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
I love Bogdanovich's ability to put the team first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover.
And for the most part, when Bogdanovich is out on the floor, he's there to do one thing, shoot.
And I tell you what, when you can shoot like that, that's all you need to do. Great catch-and-shoot player who can stretch the defense. You cannot leave him alone, and really his presence frees up so much for his teammates on the floor.
2 shots, foul, elbow, 2.
The Pacers have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
That one drops. He ties it up.
And Bogdanovich is a confident, efficient player, a guy who can play either the 2 or 3 spots on the floor.
The 76ers making a switch here. Butler's checked in. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. The 76ers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Passes it to Simmons. Back to Redick from outside the arc. The 76ers with another miss.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
And it's sad because the team relies on him to be a threat offensively. When he's rolling, that makes them a much more dynamic offense.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Looking to end the run, and Simmons slams it in.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now here is Holiday. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. A wide open look here for Oladipo. Misses the chippy right there. Down low. Here's Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
This is what a point guard should do. Simmons is so adept at noticing when the defense is overcommitted.
Holiday with it. Out guarded by Simmons. Bogdanovich wide open. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his 5th assist in this one. Simmons on the wing. Guarded by Holiday. Simmons finds Embiid. Lays it up off the glass. Embiid's got it all tied up now for the 76ers.
Can't let Embiid get comfortable inside. When he's this close, he's adept at burning the defense.
Holiday with it. To the paint. Here's Turner. Basket counts. Turner's got 6 in the quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. And it's Simmons penetrating. He gets that one.
What focus from the young guard. I like how Simmons stayed locked in on scoring despite the contact.
And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, we saw no matter what they tried offensively, the opponent just had the answer.
And in a big way. This was a blowout. The players, coaches, everyone is to blame. No, you can't lay that pass in there any better.
Indiana trailing here. Poked loose. To the middle. Here's Turner, and it's slammed in by Turner.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. For Philadelphia, they've gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Now the pass to Simmons. And here's Embiid, guarded by Holiday. Butler passes to Chandler. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his 3rd assist on the night.
How about the awareness there for Butler? The D goes to sleep and Jimmy finds the wide open man.
Now here is Holiday. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
And guys, right now the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Well, I know he's not the #1 priority for the defense, but they still got to give him some attention, guys.
And Philadelphia has possession. Following the score by Indiana. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Pacers trail by 3. And Holiday kicks to Bogdanovich. And Oladipo has it in the corner. 5 to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Here's Turner. Here's Sabonis. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
Look, he doesn't waste time. Once he gets the rebound, he does what he should. Goes right back up with it.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Embiid outside for Redick. Oladipo against Redick. Pass to Bogdanovich to the wing right side. And stolen by Simmons. Here's Redick. They get it back. Embiid, no good.
That's just a quick move to the 10 and an even quicker reaction by the D to stop him there.
And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
He was hoping to avoid a 3rd foul before the break. Now he might have to sit out until halftime.
Here's Bogdanovich. 10 points for him. Collison for 3. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Oh, Collison is so efficient. Someone who likes to catch the D by surprise by shooting off the pass.
Here's Simmons. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Simmons got 6 points in the quarter. Indiana's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Joseph finds Young. There's a minute 40 left to play here in the half. And the rejection by Embiid. And the wide open shot from Redick. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Oh, I mean, the main weapon in Redick's arsenal, he's out here to shoot it from deep, and he does that well.
Outside Collison. Pass to Joseph. Clock at 6. Releases. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
That's not a possession they'll want to repeat. Despite the points, they got to get a better shot than that.
Collison against Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Such a strong finisher for a floor general.
He was up high, and he came down hard. Exquisitely done.
Can you say poster. Those are some impressive ups. Way to go, vertical.
Tries to keep it alive.
Out of bounds.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Reddick. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Indiana. Evans comes in for Bogdanovich. Philadelphia also making some changes. Amir Johnson's checked in for Chandler. And Smith's subbed in for J.J. Reddick. Pacers trail by 3. Collison kicks to O'Quinn. Feeds it to Young. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Well, his stroke has not been what they needed it to be, but looks like they're going to keep going to him.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Performed well thus far this season with a 78% clip.
T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Philadelphia. The free throw drops for Embiid.
Wow, it's all about the fun-loving personality of Embiid. It's just awesome. I mean, this guy likes to have fun on and off the court.
Evans against Butler. Right side, Collison. Here's O'Quinn. Indiana again missing. And so it's Philadelphia with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style, Jimmy. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. What a start for Jimmy Butler. He had 13 points, 3 steals, and 3 assists. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, they've been pounding it in the paint. Not just taking the first three-pointer when it came across. That keeps the defense on its toes.
Shaq, your take on Indiana.
I like the way they rebounded. They devoted a lot of energy down low, fighting for each other on the boards, and they helped keep this game tight. If they can continue to do that, it could easily be the factor that swings the game in their favor.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And we return to Indianapolis, Indiana, with a look at all the activity taking place in this terrific downtown. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, and then it wasn't all dunks. I mean, they were squaring up with confidence, and that became contagious.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. The 76ers leading by 6. Kicking off the second half, here's Brett Brown's foul. Simmons runs the show with Reddick at the 2. Chandler and Embiid are together down low. And it's Butler in at the 3 spot. Now here's Butler. Over Bogdanovich, and Butler gets it to go. Butler's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the 76ers. Holiday, the pass to Turner. Oladipo outside. No good off the back of the rim.
I'm sure he'd say to himself, no excuse for missing that shot, even when it's such a clean look.
Redick with the bucket.
Look at the unselfishness of Embiid, Kevin. I mean, he's solid at realizing when one of his guys is uncovered.
You know, see, Webb, J.J. Redick has just continued to age well. He's a fantastic player now into his 30s.
Well, Redick keeps adding to his game, but the shooting never changes. He's shot well over 40 from deep for his career. Redick is a player who doesn't rely on his burst or his first step to score. I mean, he can keep playing like this for a long time. Intelligent defense. He reads the play, gets himself in the perfect position to come up with the steal.
And J.J. Redick, a longtime vet in the NBA, but still plays with a lot of energy.
And Redick said he feels like he's been revitalized in the last few seasons with his change of scenery, playing with more joy, and has always been explosive off the ball in his efforts to get open. You can see when he's on the floor, the whole offense seems to pick up their energy.
And he makes the first.
Well, look, an outstanding role player. Redick is an incredible sniper who feels comfortable shooting from just about anywhere.
And both free throws good for Redick. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. It's a 13-point game. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip. Now, here's Oladipo. 11 points in the game. Clock at 6. Here's Turner. No good again that time. Philadelphia leading by 13. Shot from 6, and Embiid finishes inside. Embiid's got 13.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
At the elbow, it's Turner. Passes it to Sabonis. That's tipped, and so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here.
A moment here to check out some of the stats for Butler. He's averaging 19 points per game, almost 2.5 steals and 3 assists. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, anytime this club needs a basket, he's their go-to guy. Just an irrepressible, prolific scorer. Third straight miss to start the half. But it's still early. No need to panic. This was not what they had in mind coming out of the locker room at halftime. 4 shots so far and nothing to show for it.
Now here's Butler. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's a call. It's on Indiana with the foul.
Oh, he's a real menace underneath. Once Simmons gets established position, you basically have to whack him.
Oh, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Simmons.
I mean, you got to love the skill set Simmons possesses. A nightly triple-double threat. He stuffs the stat sheet.
Good on both.
And think about, Kevin, this talented 76ers team. Coach Brown helped shape and form the core of this roster. I mean, he's come up with the group much as they have grown under him.
And the Pacers call time here. And with Brown, he has the trust of the players because they have gone through the same trying times.
And let's not undervalue what stability is meant for this group. Having a coach like Coach Brown, who has been through the ups and downs with the Sixers, it makes players play that much harder for him.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. And stolen by Redick. And Butler, here we go. And slam dunk by Butler.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
Well, they continue to extend the lead. Terrific play on both ends of the court.
Now, here's Sabonis. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
And with a strong finish, he finally ends that 13-0 run by the Sixers.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Simmons inside the line. It's rebounded by Indiana. Oladipo's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority. And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 14. Chandler outside. From deep three-point range, the basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 7th assist in the game. And Holiday kicks to Oladipo. Holiday looking for an opening. Back to Oladipo. 5 to shoot. Over Redick. Oladipo misses. Philadelphia leading by 18. Redick dishes to Embiid. Outside, Simmons. Down low, Turner with the steal. And a fast break now for the Pacers. And Oladipo has it in the corner. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That is his first foul of the game. Muscala, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Korkmaz comes in for J.J. Redick. Here's Sabonis. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Sabonis has got his 2nd basket of the night.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision-making right here. You can't let them have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
Now here's Embiid after Ben Simmons' miss. Clock at 6. Embiid finds Simmons. And stolen by Bogdanovich. And now Oladipo pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
A moment now to see the numbers for Joel Embiid. 1st in blocks, 5th in rebounding, and ranked among the top 10 in scoring. He can fill it up with the best of them.
He has been a human highlight reel all season long. Clearly the best shot blocker in the game right now, and he has the numbers to back it up. Now here's Simmons. 14 points for him. Butler passes to Muscala. Here's Embiid. The 76ers with another miss. Pacers trail by 16.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And they get it back. Sabonis kicks to Oladipo. Second shot opportunity, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Oladipo's got 6 here in this quarter.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Holiday brings the double team. Here's Korkmaz. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Korkmaz has got 7 points.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Chris, the last few years, talk of expansion has come up. Are we ready, you think, in the NBA to add some more teams?
I think we are. Now, expanding to 32 teams might stretch the talent a little bit thin, but I think we could handle a couple of years with that because of the youth of the players, and it could actually switch it up a little bit. I mean, come on, Kevin. You're like me. You're a big basketball and big sports fan. You know we have to have a team in Seattle.
I would love Seattle. Absolutely.
I mean, come on. You know how crazy those fans were. You know we have to have that come back. And then there's some places. Think about how great Oklahoma City is.
Yes.
And how they've just embraced this Thunder team. There might be a couple more places out there with that type of passion and fans saying, listen, if you give us a team, we promise we'll nurture it, take care of it, and root for it the loudest. And I like having that. I think it's time to definitely investigate expansion, but we got to get back to Seattle first and foremost.
The 76ers leading by 17 to the middle, Butler. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Well, he's played a smart and strong game. His field goal percentage proves it.
Pacers shooting here about 46% for the game. Collison kicks to Evans. Over Butler. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Does a good job just to get the shot off clean. Even if he can't knock it down, the fadeaway is really his only choice there.
Here's Muscala. Banked in off the glass. Muscala's got his third basket of the night right there.
And guys, this is the blueprint for winning on the road. How about the level of focus on each and every possession?
They've come in with a great overall strategy, the right attitude, and the scoreboard reflects that.
Now here's Evans. Here's O'Quinn. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Inside, here's Butler. A beautiful reverse layup. Butler's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And it's Joseph with the ball. He'll bring it up for Indiana. Kicks it to O'Quinn. Dishes it to Collison. Young outside. Some nice passing here by Indiana. The pass to Evans. Shot clock at 5. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Now Simmons. He's got 14. Here's Butler. Here's Muscala. Pass to Embiid. The second chance effort. The rebound by Young. Indiana's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Outside Collison. And Evans gets it to go on the assist by Collison. 9 points for Tyreke Evans.
Oh, clever at capitalizing from inside. Give Evans this type of positioning, he's going to score.
Now, here is Muscala, defended by Young. Here's Embiid. He can't get that one, and it's the Pacers taking it the other way. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That'll be his second foul of the game. And some changes here for the 76ers. Amir Johnson's checked in for Joel Embiid. Smith comes in for Jimmy Butler. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Ben Simmons. Now, here is Young. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game.
The court awareness Evans has is impressive. He's wonderful at recognizing when his guys are open.
And here's McConnell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And a look here at the shot chart for Oladipo.
This has been the kind of showing from him that everyone wanted to see. He's not going out of his way to force much, but when the shot is there for him, he hasn't hesitated 1 second to pull the trigger. Just a great night from the floor for him.
2 shots.
The first one falls.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And the 76ers making a change here. Butler's checked in. He hits both from the stripe. Pacers trail by 21. And Joseph kicks to Evans. To the inside. O'Quinn dishes to Joseph. The kick out to Young. To the right side. There's the 3. Shot by Joseph. No good. The 76ers leading by 21. Here's Smith. Another miss by Philadelphia. Indiana's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Joseph, that's good.
Well, that's a shot they'll be happy with on every trip, no matter who's taking it.
Philadelphia's gotten the three ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. McConnell with it, picked up by Collison. Butler against Evans. Butler finds Johnson. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Indiana's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Got a piece of it, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Indiana. They'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Miami Heat. Then on Sunday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best. But if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
And the shot goes in. That's now 8 points for Thaddeus Young.
You can't find much better shot than that one.
The 76ers leading by 16. And for his whole career, Thaddeus Young has been a player not afraid, Greg, of attacking defenders head on.
Young has such a great first burst of speed. He really is a handful to deal with. Gets a lot of transition buckets that way, and in the half court can set up teammates by creating space. In the latter part of his career, I think he's taken on more of a vocal leadership role as well.
Here's Smith, and he uses the glass on the layup. Smith's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're already getting dogged out there. I mean, and now he's landing body blows.
Now, here's Joseph. He's got 8. He kicks to Collison. Pass to Evans. Over McConnell. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead.
He's gone off the rails this quarter, and it's a bad time to do it. I mean, if they're needing to fight from behind.
And so Young will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. And there's the foul. It'll go on T.J. McConnell. That is his first foul of the game. "17 seconds left in the third. Redick against Collison. From deep three-point range, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Philadelphia closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's listen in on what Nate McMillan had to say to his team.
Defensively, we got to keep these guys in front of us shooting contested 2. All right, play defense without fouling, and they get one shot.
Being aggressive, GA, without fouling. That's a good message, and that's what Coach McMillan wants.
The worst thing you can do is bail a team out. It's important that they just lock down here defensively.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Tyreke Evans. Sabonis is out there with Young. And there's Collison. And it's O'Quinn in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Pacers' 5.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
McConnell kicks to Chandler. It's Redick on the wing. O'Quinn defending. Johnson, the pass to Redick. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. And that'll be his third foul so far. Pacers trail by 17. Here's O'Quinn. Back to Evans. Five on the clock. Pulls it up. They get it back. Here's Sabonis. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
That's what every team needs. Guys getting after it on the offensive board.
McConnell scanning the floor. Here's Butler. Up and in. That's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
They get it back. Blocked again. Chandler against Sabonis. Redick finds McConnell. Here's the teardrop. He takes it up and lays it in. And the 76ers lead by 19.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Evans passes to Oladipo. In the corner, it's Sabonis. That 3 off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Now, here's McConnell. Defense right on him. Here's Chandler. Good. And McConnell gets the assist.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
Pacers trail by 21. Holiday dishes to Oladipo. To the paint. Here's O'Quinn. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And that one falls for O'Quinn. Some incredible performance in recent years, C-Web. Are there any NBA records you think that will be broken soon?
Well, let's see. Maybe Curry will break his record again for threes in the season. He beat himself. He's 1 and 2 in that. Maybe he'll be 1, 2, and 3. Or he and Klay Thompson. Maybe Klay Thompson will be 1, 2, 3, right? You know how that goes. How about Wilt's most consecutive triple doubles at 9? That seems crazy. Curry's most threes in the game at 13. Shout out to Dennis Scott that was at 12. But sorry, D. Scott. Curry, he can shoot too. And how about the most points in the game by a team? 186. I would love to see that one broken. So
you'd love to play in that one.
Yeah, exactly. I would love to play in that one. How many threes are going to be shot in that game?
Yeah.
But the great thing about it as a fan, I don't know which one's going to be broken, but I'm watching because we want to see records get broken.
Here's Holiday. The teardrop falls in.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Now, here's McConnell, guarded by Holiday. McConnell kicks to Johnson. Buries it down low.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Oladipo against Redick. Oladipo draws the double. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Turner's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. And then for Philadelphia, Embiid comes in for Amir Johnson. And it's Ben Simmons in for T.J. McConnell. The 76ers leading by 19. Now here's Simmons. Out to Chandler. Over Sabonis. Another miss by Philadelphia.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
For Indiana, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Holiday against Simmons. Outside Bogdanovich. But they recover it.
Now, that's made a huge difference in this game, if you ask me. Their offensive rebounding has been sensational.
Oladipo against Chandler.
And the length of Embiid really bothers shooters. I love how he uses it on the defensive end.
Holiday against Simmons. Tries yet again. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Holiday's got 4 points now in the quarter. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Passes to Embiid. Back to Simmons. Over Holiday. Another miss by Philadelphia.
He may have missed it, but that's a clean look at the basket.
Bogdanovich finds Holiday. There's Sabonis. The kick out to Oladipo. From outside, off the mark. The 76ers leading by 17. Redick, a good look. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
Exceptional at shooting off the pass. Redick's rapid-fire release often comes in handy.
Butler against Bogdanovich. There's the pass to Sabonis over Chandler. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got 15 rebounds here tonight. And Redick kicks to Simmons. Gets that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
This is where Simmons likes to shoot from. I mean, the closer he is to the rim, the better.
And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Compared to when you were playing, C-Web, how have the baseline skill requirements for the 4s and the 5s, the power forwards and the centers, changed, do you think, the most?
The ability to stretch the floor. It's a lot more emphasis on the mobility, especially at the defensive end. And I don't think you can have a player who is a specialist anymore in the game. I've played with some great defenders. The Ben Wallace, the Davis boys there in Indiana, but those positions are no longer valued or needed anymore. You can no longer be a defensive player that can't score on the other end. You have to be a player in the NBA now with the total skill set. That means mobility, shooting, dribble, passing. All of those things have to be encompassed, or there's a way to make sure to highlight you with the mismatch and take you out of the game.
Good documentation. I like that. Here's Bogdanovich. Good on the shot.
Yeah, I love how adept Bogdanovich is in these sets. Fantastic at just getting space to shoot in that pick and roll.
Now here's Simmons. Tries from 10, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
Well, what I like about it most is he's doing it efficiently.
Bogdanovich against Butler. Embiid with the steal. Out of bounds. Indiana takes possession. Indiana's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. The finish, and then Simmons slams it in.
How can you not love Simmons? I mean, some of the dunks he pulls off are insane.
The Pacers shooting in the 4th quarter down around 31%, not playing with as much energy here lately. Here's Oladipo, sinks the 15-footer. Oladipo's got 19 points.
Great work to find the space to get off the open jumper. He's going to work hard for those.
Here's Simmons, and then Simmons slams it in.
And once Simmons turns on the Jets, there's no stopping him. I love seeing him play with this much confidence.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Now here's Oladipo. He feeds it to Turner. Bucket is good.
Man, this D is a joke. It's way too passive. They got to get a body on him when he's on his way to the bucket.
Simmons against Howard. And Embiid throws it down.
Slicing and dicing the defense to pieces. I mean, Simmons outstanding at distributing the ball in the screen and roll.
Here's Holiday, and it's blocked by Simmons. And he recovers it. Holiday gets the bucket.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
Now here's Simmons. Here's the teardrop. Shot's good by Butler.
And Butler loves getting close to the basket. Once he's down low, he uses that strength and quick release to get shots off.
Simmons against Holiday. Here's Turner. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. The 76ers leading by 23. And Redick kicks to Simmons. Buries it from three-point range. Simmons got 15 points in just the second half.
Wanting to improve his outside jump shot. When he makes it, everything else opens up for him.
Oladipo, the pass to Turner. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. Another shot, and he sinks the layup. 16 points for Wilson Chandler.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I tell you what, it's like football, having a 3rd and 13 and them running up the gut. It just frustrates the defense. You have to hate giving up second chance points. It's demoralizing. After basically, I mean, you had to stop.
Bounce pass, Butler. Turner with the steal. Bogdanovich against Embiid. Outside Holiday. Redick against Oladipo. Shot clock at 6. Outside Turner. Here's Bogdanovich. No good on the triple.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, because you're spread out. It can be difficult to contest these shots, but not for him.
Now here's Butler. Chandler outside. Here's Embiid. And that one hits back iron.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Oladipo for 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
That's too much space to give him out there on the perimeter. They got to close out on him.
And Simmons has got the ball here for Philadelphia. Kicks it to Butler. Embiid inside. He's against Turner. Embiid, no good. Embiid with the steal. The shot by Chandler, wide open. Another miss by Philadelphia. On its way from Oladipo for 2. And there are the Pacers with another bucket. Holiday against Simmons. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Jimmy, how confident are you that you guys can build on this win and keep the momentum going?
Very confident. Like I said, we got a great group of guys. If we play together, play hard, we can win.
I know you'll like to keep that going as we go on in the season. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.